Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Yikakadash. Yahweh be the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shah be the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you go into the scriptures, it clarifies and clear up a lot of things that people have misconceptions about. Now, when you look at mankind, it's pretty much a lineage going all the way back to Adam, because you got Noah and his 3 sons. So these individuals, they pretty much had one so-called phenotype, or one look in a DNA that was the same. But see, when you go into the beginning, you start to see the Lord start making differences. See, just because you had Noah and his 3 sons, they had the same phenotype, but the Lord started making differences and changes in the phenotypes and in the nation. And this has been downplayed. They want to always go back to the garden where what we all come from Adam. See, that's why the Israelites had to bring this subject up, because it was a major difference being made in the earth. And this is who they've been trying to hide. This is what they've been trying to hide, which is hiding the identity of the rulers and the people who control media. Okay, because the Lord was a so-called black man. That means God, and who they call Jesus. Let me go into the scriptures that show how the Lord was a so-called black man, and how everybody on earth was black or dark skin or had melanin in their skin. See, now when you go into Genesis chapter 2, give a simple, basic understanding. 2, and I think, what it was, 7, it says, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils and breath of life, and man became a living soul. Okay, so pretty much it said he formed man of the dust of the ground. When you go into the dust of the ground, you only gonna get different shades of brown. And this is what he put into play when you're dealing with the pigment in people's skin. See, and which is the biggest organ on your body, which is the same strategy or same way that he created everything else. The tree is covered in melanin. When a seed, all the seeds is covered in melanin to protect them from the sun. See, but you had, when all of this was going on, in the beginning, you had a seed that came out and seeds that would come out without the melanin. So let's deal with that, because this is what the confusion comes into play. But to see the priest set the foundation. Let's go to the priest. Leviticus chapter 13, around about the 13th verse. Now, when people was coming out of the womb, okay, it was a certain situation going on. Let's look at verse 11. Verse 11 say, it is an old leprosy in the skin of the flesh. So we're talking about skin. See, skin color, melanin, the situation of the skin. And the priest shall pronounce him unclean, and shall not shed him up, for he is unclean. Okay, so it was an unclean situation. But look at verse 13 to get straight to the point. Then the priest shall consider, and behold, it says, if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, he shall pronounce him clean that have the plague. It is all turned white. He is clean. Now, what do we tell these? What do people call these individuals with their skin? See, they call them their skin white. They call them white people because their skin don't have the original color to it. It don't have the melanin. He have leprosy in the skin. This is what happened in the beginning when you go to Genesis. Just to get the context on this thing now. When you go into Genesis 23, something happened with the nations, with the people that was coming from Adam. See, you had the Israelites, you had Abraham and all the other people on the earth. Something was happening with these other people. This is why the priests had that law. That's why God gave the law to Aaron and his sons, that this is what's happening in the people. If somebody come out of the womb and they have skin all over that's white, this is what is happening. They have a plague. They have leprosy. It says, verse 3, the Lord the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, to get right to the point, verse 25, it says, and the first, the elder who gonna serve the younger, came out red, all over like a hairy garment. So from head to toe, he came out with the skin clean leprosy. See, he said when it covers all the skin, that's why you see like a hairy garment, because the hairy garment covers all the skin. On that garment is totally covered with hair, because he got it from an animal, and those animals like
something went wrong. Please try again.
If you get a hairy garment of an animal, off of an animal, or from an animal, however you want to say it, they throw a bear skin over them. They throw you could be any animal, deer, buffalo, and that animal gonna have hair from all the way through it, from head to toe. Every part of it is gonna have hair on it. It's not gonna have no hair on certain parts, because animals' hair grow all over their body. That's why he's saying all over like a hairy garment, meaning from head to toe. You see? And so this is the understanding that the Christian church don't tell people, that so-called white people have leprosy. They have a plague, you see. And so God is not going to have a plague. His son is not going to have a plague. They're going to look like normal human beings without plagues. They're going to have melanin in their skin. They're going to have pigment. The pigment is the melanin, is the substance that covers the seed that protects them from the sun. Every creation and every living creature have this melanin that covers the skin, that protects them from the sun, that regulates the sun from destroying them. And so they have a plague where they don't have this protection. You see? They can't produce this thing. Once you get in the sun, they won't never produce the melanin that will protect them. See, you can get a Israelite who have light, so-called light skin, a light brown, but they still can produce melanin, and when they get in that sun, they will turn dark and dark and dark. Even the Asian man, even the East Indian man. See, all the nations had that melanin, but they were still, that sun get to hitting them, it'll start producing melanin and darkening their skin. But this plague of leprosy, you can get in the sun and it won't darken your skin. You're going to freaking burn. See, you're going to catch cancer, skin cancer. Your skin going to start killing you. And this is the facts, the scientific facts that these people is holding away from the world, and this leprosy. Now, when you go into Miriam had this leprosy, uh, attacked her, even Moses. Okay, now Miriam, let's get her first. Numbers 12 and 10. It said, a cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. Now, leprous is not some, oh, they gotta have red spots and all that bullshit. I mean, you know how these dragons do, man. So when you go into Moses, Exodus chapter 4, same thing happened to Moses. And this was the miracle that he told him to show to the Israelites. He say, what did he say here in 4 and 4 and I want to get right to the point on this one. I think I passed it. All right, let's go back. Put hand into the bosom. Okay, verse 6. He said, and the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now your hand into your bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. You see, leprous represented the skin complexion. It didn't represent you got red spots. Because you put leprosy up in the computer, it's going to say it's a disease where you got all these red spots and all this stuff. Your skin is happening, all this kind of crap is happening. But the so-called white man has a leprosy. That's why they so-call him the white man. That's what people put that out there for. So people just have a misunderstanding of what's going on in the world. Now, the second part of the situation is that these people, not only the plague calls you to be white all over, look at verse 30 of Leviticus. Say, the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair. So now you're going to have blonde hair, because that's what it's talking about, blonde hair with the darn skin. So now you got skin and you got hair. So when you go into Daniel, these are the two issues that's going to be described when you're talking about the Lord. Daniel 7 and 9. It say, and I beheld, the throne was cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and his hair of his head was like the pure wool. See, woolly hair. That was the dress. Now I talked about the skin in 9 or 10:5. 10. I'm gonna get right to the point of verse 6. It said his body was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of light, and his eyes as the lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet was like in color to polished brass. So he not no freaking white, and he not no got no leprosy of the head, because when Esau came out, he had leprosy. So when you go into Genesis 27, see what kind of hair he had. See, he had leprosy, so he got the white skin. But let's see what kind of hair this Joker had. Let's see, Genesis, what is it? There we go, verse 23. And because the mama had told Jacob to go get some goats right here in 16 because of what Esau had. It said she put the skins of kids of the goats upon his hand and upon the smooth of his neck. So he wanted to make it seem like this goat hair was Esau. Then in verse 23 it said, And he discerned not him because his hands was hairy and his brother's Esau hands. So he blessed him. So his hand had the goat hair. Cause when them jokers don't shave, man, they got hair all over their body. Just like a so-called goat. Long stringy hair. Look at verse 9. This was the mama told. She said, "Go now to the flock and fetch me from the two good kids of the goats, cause they got that stringy, long, stringy hair. And the sheep got the nappy hair. See the curly, hard to comb through hair. So the Lord did not have no freaking goat hair, and he definitely didn't have no white skin. He said he had woolly hair like a sheep, and he had brown skin. So the white Jesus is a bold-faced lie, and the Lord was a so-called black man. See, and his son was a black man, and all the angels are black. See, the Israelites was black. Everybody was black on the earth. And these dragons come out with a plague. Now, some of these Hamites can have albinos, and even the Israelites can have albinos, because that's who Isaac had an albino. But these people is coming from Esau, the albino bloodline of Esau. That's why he made them a powerful nation. I just want to bring that out. I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Kakadash. Shalom.